Hello everybody, it is Calxiyn here, and if you enjoyed this video, remember that you can become a patron on Patreon for as little as $1 if you want to support us. Or you can join our Discord server if you don't have any money, and we can all hang out there and talk about RWBY. So this is our analysis of the Blake trailer. We kind of did a reaction dash discussion, I guess, of things. But this is more like frame by frame, like, very, like, slowed down. Okay, maybe not that slowed down. Like, maybe 75% slowed down, where we just kind of pause, like, look at shit, and then keep going.
Oh, he has, like, that one guy over there, the little puppy tail, and he probably cuts holes in all his shirts.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, how does clothing for... Is that why the clothing in Menagerie is just kind of loose? Like, because you gotta get your body parts outside of your clothes.
Gotta
like,
fit
just
tails
serious.
and shit. Have we ever got a good look of, like, Sun's ass so we can figure out where his tail...
And I like how this girl just has a flower on her wrist. Like, interesting character. Like,
brooch?
Choice. Yeah, flower brooch. And she's obviously some sort of lizard fish person because she has stuff all over her face. But yeah, I wanted to kind of pause and, like, check out the different faunus. And so there's wolf guy, probably, bunny ears everywhere. And then there's just, like, normal-looking people. That girl had antlers. Again, bunny ears.
Presumably there is at least fucking, like, one human in this place,
This
right?
kind of looks like a lion faunus just because of how the tail, like, frays at the end. Yeah, exactly. Like another rabbit faunus, you know, I'm just digging the NPCs, man. Like, they're so
You don't play these characters.
NPCs? What did I... Wait, what did I say? Sorry, I meant background characters. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you really don't.
This guy has, like, doggy ears. See? How they come down like that? And then there's little...
Oh.
Yeah, and that guy has little kitty ears. Probably. I don't know. I don't know, like, if we figured out what everything is yet. Also, now we can see that Blake is looking at a flower display. Okay. Which is cool, because Ilya changes colors, so it makes sense that, like, colorful flowers would remind her of her...
Flowers
and so now we see what we're looking
change color, but okay.
No, I mean, like, colorful, I said, not color changing. I just mean, like, colorful things, you know? And I think Ilya also, like, means rainbow or something. Is probably, she probably has flowers associated with her. Anyway, we don't really need to, like, look at this.
Also, if you look in the background, it looks almost like the Forever Forest.
Oh my god.
Forever Falls.
That's a good observation. Good.
So they may not be in Menagerie right now. Yeah. They may be somewhere else.
Well, I figured that they wouldn't be, because they're in the White Fang at this point.
Yes. So it could have been that, you know, they were out on a mission together. They may have, like personal past, obviously, and, like, a professional past, if you would, but specific missions. And this could have been also that
they go to Forever Falls a lot, right? To I guess ambush the trains.
Forever Falls is where Blake leaves, so this could have been near that same time.
Exactly. We don't really know, because yeah, she's asking why did you decide to join the White Fang. That could mean that she's thinking of leaving it. That's a good idea, Hunter. I love you so much right now. That was such a well placed thought.
I'm not
and, like, connected back to the Forever
I'm not used to this
Fall.
affection from my.
Okay.
This is.
Because it makes sense. She's thinking about it, right? And so the reason why she asked Ilya is because she needs to decide for herself whether to stay. Like, that's good. That's some good shit, Hunter.
I just realized that on Blake's shorts there are 2 zippers, so it ends up, instead of being like a bum flap, a vagina flap. That just sort of... You see, I can say something of value.
Contemplative, you know what I mean? And then, now we're back in the present, right? This, like, I love this character over here. I just love her hair. Like, and this girl kind of looks like Moana. Like a Moana cosplay. Because it's the same red top and then...
A lot less dark.
Well, you know what I mean, though. The clothes, like...
Less melanin in the system.
And Sun is very serious in this trailer. And I feel like that's pretty interesting for his character development. Anyway, yeah, there's
people
just...
talking.
This
really interesting looking carrots down there.
This is what I'm interested in, like, this guy over here selling the things dangling on the thread, but I'm pretty sure that's the bad guy, yeah. So these are just all, like, cool, like...
Butterfly knives?
Yeah, like, and they kind of look, like, traditional, you know what I mean? And so, like, what kind of culture does Menagerie have?
They look like the shit they sell at, like, Fan Expo to weirdos.
Okay.
Like cons, you know? There's always that one guy selling knives, and you look at some of the knives, and it's like, that looks like
Also,
it should be illegal.
We haven't seen much use of the scroll until, we just watched Volume 1, and John was using it, but now it looks very different, and that's cool.
And it folds out, and I feel like they
So there's information there, and we can't read it. It's way too small.
Blake
has, like, amazing
eyes.
Like, she can see that text, meanwhile I'm like, but whatever.
Or somebody didn't feel like writing anything.
Maybe. And then I kind of like this scene because it kind of shows how busy the marketplace is, you know? And I just like that there is a marketplace in general, I guess.
Also, that was like a really polite shove. It's like, I'm just gonna shove you, and the guy's like, okay.
Well, maybe it's more like, people probably know who she is, right? So it's like, hey, like, how you doing? Like, shove you out of the way,
she's
you know
like
what I
the
mean?
princess, how the fuck can she act conspicuously in public?
Well, I mean, this guy, she's kind of sneaking up on him from behind, so it works. Also, I like this guy's design, like how he has, like, the tooth here. Like, are those Grimm teeth? I'm pretty sure Grimm evaporates, so what animal did he get this from, you know? And, like, what are they even arresting this guy for? Like, is he supposed to be selling knives on the side of the street? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he's not selling knives, he's buying knives.
No, he's selling.
No,
oh, no, he is
buying.
He is buying. Oh, I thought he was the one with the
Do
cooling
you understand how stalls work?
Yeah, I just thought he was the one selling the knives.
Fucking hell, I feel bad for the first time like you went to a booth and handed money to the person buying something standing next to you.
I don't know, I thought he was selling the knives, because he looks cool, but no, he's just like a felon or something like that. And man, that looked like blood, but now I see that it's dust. Like, when he started shooting, what I don't like is that everybody in the marketplace looks totally unfazed by this. Like, some people... Are you
kidding me? Look at the woman right there!
So she has her mouth over her, and then that girl, like, is bending down, but then the people, like...
These guys look a little concerned.
Yeah, but, like, look at the person behind Blake for a second, like, these people, like, they don't look very worried, especially that girl.
Well, it just happened, like it
and
takes
no one's
a while
running.
to...
Like, no one's moving. Everybody's just standing there. And even now, nobody's run anywhere. They're just all standing there watching. Like, if somebody had a gun, I would book it, okay?
They may be used to this sort of thing.
I know, that's not good. That's pretty bad, actually.
You hear more about her story. We've talked...
Okay, so you know how those people have that stuff all over her face? Like,
Yes.
It looks like that she, like... sawed it off from herself.
I was sort of thought about that, like something that I would think that would be interesting.
Okay, so what timestamp is this? Because look at Lizard Guy over here, over back. Where was Lizard Guy?
A little bit later.
Yeah,
right
like
there. See
how he has that like. See how he has all these? She has similar ones, but they just look like birthmarks, right?
Yes.
Like, it looks like her parents ripped them off her. Again, not to make it...
Filed them down?
Yeah. Again, not to make another Game of Thrones comparison, but you know when they cut off that shit from the guy so he doesn't die?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how painful I would imagine this to be.
What I always
Can you explain that to them? Because they probably don't know what I mean. Like, who do I mean?
So, Jorah Mormont
had the
had
bad
dragon
disease.
scale,
yeah.
which was an infectious disease on his skin, so they hacked it off.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It looks like they hacked her, like, scales off, and now she just has weird birthmarks.
What I always thought that would be interesting for RWBY to, I guess, explore, maybe something I thought of, is that...
Like cosmetic faunus surgery? Like, can you get your tail
but,
removed?
like, when you think about it, if Blake removed her ears, presumably that could happen, like... When you look at people
those people are running. There you go. Come on, guys. Like, get out of here. Sorry.
When you look at people like Velvet and people with those fucking antlers, like, you can't really
You could saw the antlers down.
You could saw the antlers off.
Do antlers have nerves in it?
That would fucking hurt, yeah.
Do they?
Yes, that would be like sawing your bone off.
I don't know anything about animals.
That would be like sawing your bone off.
I don't know.
I'd imagine. Although I think some, like, deers will lose their antlers. Or, like, lose the velvet on their antlers. Point is, I always sort of pictured... like this really horrific, if you wanted to survive an angry mob of people going after Faunus, you could always remove your Faunus
And I'm
traits.
pretty sure that's what she did. Like, looking at her more...
No.
Yes, it looks like... Hunter, look at the Faunus guy again, and where his scales are, and how big they are and
You can
stuff.
only have one Faunus trait, and her Faunus trait is her skin changing. But fucking nothing. That's
appearance-wise. Her skin changing may be her semblance.
Well, that's a stupid semblance, because it's not like it's, like, camouflage.
I don't know. It's just...
I understand
They
what you're saying.
kind of have to sort that out, you know what I mean?
Because they said that no, because you're overthinking it. Like, that's not what...
Like, they said that she could have one trait.
Yes.
But is that her trait,
Yes,
or
that's
is that
her
her
trait.
semblance? It's
That's
the same
her
thing
trait.
with Tyrion, though. Because with Tyrion, he can poison people. Is that his semblance,
That's
or is
his
that
faunus
his trait?
That's his faunus trait.
But his tail is already the trait. And so, does the tail just come with poison? Like, is it a buy one, get one free? Like, here, you can poison people, the tail comes with it, so you can do it easier. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But she has cat ears, so presumably she would hear using the cat ears. So it is a thing on this body, it also does the thing. Presumably all the organs needed for the production of poison.
About scales,
I'm talking about Tyrion, like you brought him up.
I understand.
Yeah, that's one and the same, just like Blake could use her ears for listening, and also they're an aesthetic part of her body.
Yeah.
Just like her skin.
But what
can
would the
change
scales do for her?
Nothing, because she doesn't have scales. She just has freckles.
Okay, but here's what I'm thinking, okay?
Yes.
So, like, dude over here, maybe these are part of what makes it so you can change color.
Sure.
And so, wouldn't that be attached?
No, because it's part of her skin, and her skin is her faunus trait.
Yeah, but and so...
Her epidermis and her hair, her entire outer body.
Yeah, and so, wouldn't the scales just come with it? Like, if she had scales before, wouldn't it just come with it? Because you're saying that it's like her entire body can change color.
Hypothetically, but I don't
That's
think...
what I'm saying!
Yes, but her scales are like her skin, so presumably they would grow back.
Well, maybe she saws them off regularly. You don't know. But eventually, Hunter, like, if you cut something off enough, like, it doesn't grow back. Like, I have things on my arm that I have removed and they do not come back.
Right?
Yeah.
And I shaved off your freckles.
That's what I did. I shaved off one of my freckles, and that's it, right there.
Well, that's a mole.
You guys can't see that, but
that's
this
not
was
a freckle. That's a mole. You can remove moles.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, you can remove moles.
But it was like this. This isn't a mole. Like,
this
I have
is so not interesting. Why are you talking about this so much?
Like, I have, like, little brown, like, freckles
no one cares about your moles, and people really don't care about her shaving off her shit.
I do, though. It's
Moving
important.
forward.
It is,
no, it is not. Moving forward.
Like, it's like, okay... Like, you know
Oh, why are we doing 2 videos?
Oh my god.
Yes, what?
You know in Frozen when they get Elsa to conceal her powers? This is like that. They could have shaved them off when she was a baby and maybe they just didn't grow back.
Sure, Cal, whatever you want. Whatever you want. I don't believe you. I'm not of the opinion.
I'm just saying if the skin, say like...
It would be cool. It would be cool if they did that, like I was saying, but I don't think it happened for Ilya.
But I'm just saying that...
Yes.
If her skin is the entire
You're not
trait,
saying, you're demanding.
If the skin is the entire trait, then those growths on her would be part of her skin, and so she could have both. She could have these things and also change color, because it's all part of her ensemble of her skin. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
But those
Doesn't that make sense?
But those even looked bony. Well, we don't even fucking know what kind of faunus those people were.
Lizard people, though. Like, even this guy, like, look at him. Like, he has kind of the same little thing going on. Right? That's why I think that they did that for him. I think that's why they made him a lizard person.
Also, when you look at him, they're sort of symmetric on their face. When you look at Ilya, hers are not symmetric. Or symmetrical.
Right there. I need her full face. I don't know,
right.
They look pretty symmetrical to me.
No, they're not.
1, 2, 3, 1,
no,
2,
they're
3.
not. No, they're not.
Why?
Because look right up here. There's not a shadow over there. When you get a better look, get a better view of her face.
But that's the middle of her face.
Look.
So wouldn't those...
Okay.
Yeah, so those 3 dots on one side, 3 dots on the other side.
No, because these dots are not the same, like, size. They're not...
you don't know how they form.
Well, then let's wait to get a
better...
Then let's wait to get... Then let's wait to get a better look at fucking Ilya.
Hunter.
Look, if you're gonna obsess over this, I'm gonna obsess over this too.
Like... They're probably just like pimples or something. You know what I mean? Don't say
there we go.
Far
there
ahead.
we go.
See, look,
not symmetrical. Not symmetrical.
They look pretty close.
No, they're not symmetrical. Not nearly symmetrical.
Why do they have to be
because all the
symmetrical?
other people were symmetrical.
Not really.
Yes. Look at his face.
There's other faunus people that just have giant like shit on one side of their face, like that guy at the beginning.
Well, not like
this
him.
Dude. See, this dude just has stuff everywhere.
That's like 1/8 closed. Like you can't see it. You're missing an entirety of his face.
But I'm saying I don't.
It's just let it go, Cal. You lost.
No, but why does it being symmetrical matter?
Because they're all symmetrical.
Not really.
Anyways, I don't think it's like that. You think it's like that? Let's move on!
The thing is, even with humans, some body parts sometimes do not form symmetrically.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, some people's eyes are, like
and
one maybe up here, one maybe...
And just like some humans also have rabbit ears, you know?
I'm just saying that sometimes things happen in genetics.
I don't
think she has to be symmetrical.
routinely burst in speed whilst shooting rosebuds out of my ass.
Like,
Flowers, leaves?
Like,
petals.
Even if you think about, like, pimples and shit like that, they're not symmetrical,
No, they're
Hunter.
not.
Exactly, and so
But
if these are growths, like, on her skin,
you aren't
like
born with
something.
pimples, though. You don't have the same pimple from when you're 5 to like when
Hunter,
you're
your
out
face
the
has
womb.
always been bad, so
When you're out the womb, some of us can't take birth control for that. Out the fucking womb, you don't have the same pimple. You know?
You may. I don't know, Hunter. I don't know how long your face is looking.
Look, Cal, you lost.
I don't think that I lost anything. I think that it's...
Moving forward. Look at that fight scene.
I think that it's personally reasonable to say that that is part of her skin, and so it doesn't count as 2 traits.
I've never asked the people that watch our videos for anything. But if you watch these videos, right? If you watch these videos, please tell her. Please tell her that she's wrong. Do not agree with her. Do not stay over there. Do not agree with her.
You're missing, like, stuff I want to talk about.
Well, apparently all you wanted to fucking talk about was people's complexion.
I know, because
including my own.
It's important for character development, Hunter.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because...
No, it's hardly. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Tyrion has a new, like, speck on his face.
Hunter, if her parents sawed off her skin, I think that's pretty important, okay? I'm just saying, like, I think
it's
that's
not
pretty
terribly
important.
significant. Well, I mean, okay.
Yeah, it would be! It would be,
It's not
Hunter,
terribly different than what she was already doing. A little more traumatic, and I was already talking about that.
I know, but I'm just saying that the trauma there is important. We don't know if it's happened yet, but I'm just saying
we already agreed that it was traumatic.
It could be just one trait, alright?
Anyways.
Everybody just relax.
If the show will end, and I will walk up to you and I will abuse you for
can we just
hours.
say that Sun's clones have gotten better, but it looks like they're made out of fucking pixie dust or something like that? Like, Sun's just like a fairy in disguise, you know, but like that's just me. It's okay.
I mean, if you're
I'm gonna put like analysis and then like Ilya and like
if
brackets.
you're a sea monkey shipper, then he's always been a fairy. I don't really like the actions. I mean, it's cool, but it's also like it's not really. I mean, it's such a small part of it. It's nothing.
I know. I like how they got their foot though.
Also, the fit. Anyways. Yoink.
And I don't know why she fell like that. That's what annoys me.
Because it's supposed to be the big reveal of like, look, it's Ilya, and she's like,
okay,
look at that
whatever.
facial.
Also,
she's like surprised and angry.
So now look. So they changed color too.
Yes.
Yeah, and so if that was a real lizard person with real big scales, maybe the scales would also change color if they were still attached.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Also, I like how she's blonde now. You know, I have a thing for blonde, so, like, it works. It's okay. It's okay. But, like, I wonder how they decided the color combinations.
She also had the things for women with growths.
I wonder how they decided the color combinations, though. Like, which ones to do. Like, red and yellow. Like, I wonder if they did, like, complementary colors, but I don't think red and yellow are complementary at all.
I remember her by the karma, red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. So you know she's red and gold, and then also green and blue. That's how I remember shit.
I don't think that was their intent.
I think, look, if you're allowed to have your bullshit theories,
really bullshit.
I think that she's based off of the
Hunter.
Karma Chameleon.
It wasn't
song.
really bullshit. It was just, hey, it could be her skin could
but
be.
But that
one
was
trait.
a hill you were ready to die
I
on.
know. It's because it could be like. Maybe
I also
it's not,
really
but
like.
It could be.
I feel like the lighting has improved a great bit.
I know, and that's
it.
nice.
I feel bad for Sun. He's like, I feel like he's just sort of.
Sun could have gone after him. Why didn't Sun do anything?
I guess so.
That's all. Also, this looks very nice. Like this animated fabric right here, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty cool.
God, we are just going for anything to touch on, aren't we?
It's okay.
And she hops off into the sun.
Whee!
Nothing.
Also, I like how the birds flew away. Like, that's very Hunchback of Notre Dame in my head, because the same thing happens in Hunchback of Notre Dame. Quasimodo slides on a thing, and then all the birds go like, whoosh! Like, fuck off! And that's just kind of what happens. But yeah.
And then in October, look how grumpy she is.
I know, I love And now her bow's gone, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed our analysis of this video.
I feel older.
I didn't
from
mean
doing
to fight
this video.
about that, though. I was gonna make it kind of a one-off, like, hey, it could be her entire skin, or hey, her parents could have sawed off her skin, or something like that. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a big deal, Hunter. Like, it wasn't supposed to be like that.
Well, I tried to be like, we disagree moving forward, but you were like, no!
I know, but I'm just like, it makes sense. Your skin is your skin. Everything on your skin is part of your skin, right?
Sure.
It is. I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Also, I feel like they would look more gnarly if she shaved off bone fragments.
I don't think that. But again, I have places where I ripped things off and they've just became white like that. Like, I don't know if that's...
Because they're scarred.
Yeah, they're scarred. That's what I'm saying. That those are just
scars.
Scars
Tend not to get, like, darker in color.
I don't know. Well, she's a chameleon. Fuck, Hunter. Like, what do you want me to...
Karma, chameleon.
I don't know if that's too TMI to
Sing
be like,
us out.
hey, if you guys, like, look at me, like, I have
Let's
tons
talk
of scars.
Let's talk about our warts. Like...
Well, and then...
Move on, please, for the love of God.
And then, like, where I cut my knee open, it did get darker, so I don't know what to tell you.
Let me see your knee. Fucking hell.
It gets darker in the summer. See, it wasn't always like that. See that dark spot in the middle? Like, it wasn't always like that. I tanned, and so it tanned with me, so I don't know what to...
Get your... It's like...
See, it's tanned in the middle. You guys can't see this, so I don't know why we're doing it.
Well, fucking, when I've gotten scars, they haven't gotten dark, so maybe you're just bizarre. Maybe you are a faunus.
I don't know.
Maybe you have a growth on your knee.
It's not a growth. It's where I cut it open.
Also,
it's
I don't
okay.
trust the lighting.
Oh my god,
place.
Hunter, it's really dark.
It looks like a bruise.
It's not a...
Like it's a perma bruise.
I know. It's where... It tanned, okay? My scar tanned. That's something that happens, I bet. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, they couldn't see any of that, probably, so... I
probably just like I was looking at your crotch.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It happens.
It happens.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this analysis. If you did, you should come join our Discord server and become a Patreon. It's only $1, so you